company CEO. He is a fourth generation owner. His great-grandfather started his company 1884. It's more than 130 years already. And they carry on this value throughout the family. You know, in their history of over 130 years, they never lay off any person. Wow, that is their value. They treated everybody in the company. So they can constantly have this celebration for people who work in here for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. And not only that, before he became a CEO, he worked with his father for 34 years. And that's why they can pass on the value from one generation to next generation. And that's why they say in this, we as a family, we do not think in quarters, we think in generation. They think for long term. Many companies, they just want to have a short-term gain, so think about every quarter, right? But they think about generation. So that's very, very important for us to see as a church. What do we think? And do you know what's the theme for this year? We are the person at the Chinese side. Do you remember? Yeah, that's the second part. Pass on the mission, walk with united heart. Right? That's the theme for this year. Right? This is very important. What? As a whole church, we need to know what, in order to work together, we know where we're going to walk into. So this is the theme for this year. Pass on the mission, walk with united heart. Because especially we know we've been wandering in a hotel in such small place for 15 years. Finally, think about it, finally in 2 months or 3 months, we're going to move in a magnificent building. Every time I walk in, I say, wow, this is such our future home right there. I'm really so excited. But it's very important before we get in there, we need to know the value, the mission we have now, and to pass on the people who come in later. Otherwise, the new people come in, they're going to overwhelm us. People are going to say, oh, beautiful building, I'm going to come. But they didn't know what's the mission here. So this is very important. You're staying here now. You need to know this mission. Well, we're here and pass on. Right? So this 3 months is going to be very busy for you. Alright? Alright? Because in order for us to prepare for the new people coming in and to work together with united heart. The Deuteronomy, the passage we just read, exactly this setting. If you know the history of Israel, they are out of Egypt. They was in slavery in Egypt for how many years? 400 years. And then they came out in wilderness for 40 years. Finally, they are going to the promised land. And Deuteronomy is the word of God to remind them, now you're going to the promised land. Remember what I teach you. Remember the word. So when you go in, don't forget. So this is exactly fitting for us to see how we can prepare to go in. So, you see, God's heart is also for generation. The passage we just read here, it said, verse 2, that you may fear the Lord, you and your son and your son's son. God wants to see your children, your grandchildren, great-grandchildren continue to worship Him. You all know God is God of Abraham, God of
Isaac,
and God of Jacob. So that's very important we pass on. Which we Chinese, we have this thing that's a 富不过三代. Remember? That means the rich man you cannot pass on 3 generations. Why? Because you all know that now there's what called 富二代, right? Your parent generation, your parents are so rich, so you got spoiled. You can do everything you want. Just look at the culture they bring in, right? So many people, many in China, they're just here to have fancy car, they have luxury items, and then got spoiled. And look at their children, what do they do? So it's our human nature. We just going to be lazy. We just going to enjoy. But God wants us to pass on generation to generation. How God does that? Very interesting when you see God's creation. How God created human being and how that continue. God only created once. He only created Adam and Eve. And then make it his family. And then multiply. Right? Think about it. God is so clever. He doesn't want to create again. This generation finished, fail. Next generation again. No, he just want to create it once and put into this mechanism, multiplication, to grow, to pass it on, and so only once. So, how are we doing? I'm going to, because we talked about this before, this different generation, right? About great generation, silent generation, boomers, X, and millennials, right? And Z. Okay. Now, you see, the focus here is millennials. Why? Because they 25% population, right? And you, a lot of you millennials, you are rising up to dominate, take over this country. In a few years, 3 years, wow, 50% of the workforce will be millennials. So you see, we are passing on a generation from boomer, which I'm boomer, that now to millennials, right? So I'm investing my future, okay? You are my 401k. Yes. My future is depends on you, right? And you see, many companies, they are focusing on millennials. Even the Whole Foods, they have a new brand, new way to try to market themselves to the millennials. All right. So this is the new brand called 365. It's targeting millennials. But on the spiritual end, how does a millennial? Unfortunately, the Christianity in this country is declining. That showing 80% drop in 10 years, right? From 2007 to 2015. But within this, that millennials even drop more. I want to show you this is a bit more clear, right? So this is each different generation. That the percentage of Christian and the percentage they call non, N-O-N-E. And you can see each generation. Hey, why did you stop it? Wow.
All right.
That each generation is decreasing. So this is trouble. This is troublesome because that more and more are living Christianity. That means that parent generation didn't do a good job to pass on our belief to next generation. And that becomes the problem, is that more people away from that. Actually, that's a problem. They just from last year, November 7th, okay? They talk about the problem of the millennials. They said the kids are not right. American teens are anxious, depressed, and overwhelmed. Experts are struggling over how to help them. And 20% of boys, 30% of girls, and this is really very low estimate, has problem. Maybe some of you experience this problem. So you see, when a country away from God's protection actually is suffering, and our children are suffering, You look at statistics, look at all this number, I said it before, that we are not doing well. When people away from God, actually they lost the protection. And so we need to see how we're going to pass on this. All right, I just quickly 3 points. Here is we need to start from our generation. And this is not just for parents. If your children are here, you are this generation. You're the first generation, you know God, right? So how do we do that? Here, we just read it. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Hear, O Israel. This is very important for Jewish people. Let's say, Shema, Israel. Shema is listen. Okay, Shema Israel. The Jewish kids, every morning they wake up, they need to listen. They need to recite this. And I'll have this here. Okay, I talk about it later when we get to that. Alright, so first here, you need to, all this what I come to you today, you need to be on your heart. So in order for us to pass on, we need to, this generation, the parent generation, need to put Word of God on our heart first. And I think this is a problem for our generation. We cannot just blame on our children's side. Actually, many of us, as parents, we didn't do a good job to pass it on. And that's why our children are leading. How? Christopher's mom said, our job is not to produce godly children, but to be godly parents first. As a parent, we often want to just focus on the children. Oh, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. But interesting, the Philip Piper said, the important thing is what not done in the church. The important thing is what is done, not done at home. That means in many people's home, we never talk about any subject about faith. And I can say it myself too. My parent, when I grew up, my parent sent me to church. But my father never said anything about church, any spiritual thing, because he is so busy. He was so busy. And it's something that's causing the problem. You see, while the young people leave, there's a 1% that will stay because they never talk about it. But it's 80% that will stay if at home we carry this conversation. So this is very interesting statistic. If a teenager or youth come to church, only 3.5% possibility the whole family will come. Okay? So some of you here, your parents are not Christian, right? There's a chance only 3. How about the mother? If mother comes, what's the percentage? Higher, right? How high? 22%. But how about father come?
100%.
I wish.
8.4.
Think about it.
Good job.
Guys, I'm counting on you. Really? Okay. If you are the investor, right? We want to invest. You invest in the father, right? If you get the father, 93% whole family come. Yesterday I talked to our brothers meeting school. You know, that's really, we need to see that the importance. So I'm so glad that we have fathers here. Finally, we have a few fathers here. Tell the fathers, so you are very important, all right? And those future fathers, you are also very important, right? Right? So you see that we've been losing the game because we let go of the father. Father's busy, do all the things, that's just children come, mother come, and we lose it. So how can we grow? If you hold the plants on your hand, will they grow? Late? Also, this water. This water bucket is not much water. That usual. Oh. Will they grow?
Yeah.
How will they grow?
Good.
Yeah, this kind of soil. And what is the soil? No,
Nutrition.
I'm spiritual. What is soil here means?
Nitrogen, organic compound.
Family. Family. Okay. I wish to be the church. Really, I wish. Last Sunday, I talked to the said, I wish everybody can come to my home. I'll be a father. Really, I hope. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't afford it. I wish. Think about it. Every child, when they're born, is so cute, so lovely. But can you imagine in the future they're going to be gone? Honestly, I couldn't stand that. Look at Jacob, so cute right now, right? Look at Jacob. Everybody. But statistically, two-thirds of the Christian kids, they're going to leave the church. I couldn't take it. So I'm here to say, nobody is going to be gone from this church. Amen? Nobody from Harvard Church, that's statistically out of the church, not this church. So that's really cultivate this soil. And nobody, they're going to be gone. So this is so important. So first, we need to start from this generation, from our generation. Do you love the Lord your God? Do you make sure that you love the Lord? Especially I speak to the parents, right? Now we have so much competition for church, sport, tutor school, 美家, whatever, all these things, right? What is more important? You need to show your children what is more important. When I grew up, Monday I have a big exam. I told my mom, "Oh, Monday I have a big exam. Can I speak to church?" You know what my mom said?
No.
She not just say no. She's very smart. She used Bible verse. She said, "Fear of the Lord is beginning of wisdom." Oh, do you want to have a wisdom? So I grew up. I never thought that. Oh, if I had the exam, that's become an excuse for me to skip the church. Never. I'll never have this thought. Again, the church is not a legal thing. It's become your compass, become your foundation. You know everything is something that God put. You put God first, and really everything is going to be right. Especially the pressure is a little higher and higher. Why the teenagers so many pressures and so many things? Because everybody taking 4 AP, everybody is taking 5 AP, everybody is saying, "Do you sleep?" Well, no, I don't sleep at all. When they're going to be end, and when they go to work, you got higher pay, you're going to work longer hours. And so think about it. When will be a good time for you to worship God? And if you don't set this right now, you're going to just drift away. Because the power, the pressure from the world is so big. You cannot stand that. And is that just what God wants you to see? That your life just become that way? So, next thing we need to educate our next generation. You should teach them diligently to your children. And here teach is not just a lecture. You think about how do they teach? To talk with them when you sit in your house, when you walk, when you lie down. How do you come this morning on the way here? You okay? Or you already had some fight on the way here? That's the teaching moment, right? A lot of the time, maybe Sunday morning is most chaotic time. Wake up, too late! Oh, and then on the way here, you can struggle and then probably another fight. But as soon as you come into the church, good morning, hi! It sounds like nothing happened, right? Oh, we are so lovely Christian, right? Ah, and you didn't know we just had a big fight. Ah. So the teaching moment is not just lecture, it's the way we live. How do we function? If you say Saturday morning, or Sunday morning is very important, then when you sleep Saturday night. Sunday worship started Saturday night, do you know that? Because you gotta go to sleep early. Otherwise you're gonna wake up late. If you have a very important meeting next next day, what would you do? You gotta make sure all the stuff you gotta prepare, right? What dress you gonna dress? You don't want to wake up in the morning. Oh, I haven't ironed my shirt yet, right? So that whole life is a teaching moment. You know, Jewish people that put this in the door frame. The verse that we just read, and I got this actually before. It's from an old mission center. That's a Jewish, very Orthodox Jews, and that is a door frame, and the inside. This the Shema Israel. So tiny. This is Hebrew. Okay, that's what they should memorize. But they take it so literally, put it in the door frame, and put it in the forehead. But that's just for us. Yeah, that's the same Bible verse on your forehead. Okay. But the main thing should be on our heart, right? Should be on our heart to live it out. So we need to teach the Word of God. Right? Train up the children in the way they should go, even when he's old. He will not properly. How? By Word of God. If we have Word of God in our life, in our heart, then they'll guide us. So we have this. Remember 1 Peter? Yeah. After 1 Peter is what?
Second Peter.
No. You are right. 2 Peter. Right. Oh, somebody is here. Right. Okay. Daniel, right? What's next? Yeah, Matthew. Finally, here. Okay. Matthew is here. Right. Okay, don't take it lightly. I work very hard on this. Okay. And originally I said Matthew is 28 chapters. Cut it half, 14. Well, I just couldn't make it. So only chapter 10. Right? Because we got started this week. I really couldn't make it. Right. So later on, we're gonna have Sunday school class. And same thing. $2 a copy. It's not like I want your money. Alright. I want you to take. Yeah, you know, if you finish, and each Sunday we have a Bible verse you need to memorize. Remember that? Not this. If you finish all this, $2 will return to you. Okay? Wow, this is good smart investment, huh? If you do well, we have special reward. Okay? Alright? So, this is our weapon. This is our weapon. And I hope for the next couple months we dig into Matthew. This is a very simple book, right? And it's very basic. And I'm sure when you read Word of God that God will guide your path. Right? So if you, of course, I hope everybody participates. Right? If you say, I'm not going to read it, then don't just take it home and put it on the shelf. Okay? So, and you got to read it every Sunday. Right? So starting from tomorrow, you got to start to read. Okay. Alright. Not just Word of God, we need to have a biblical worldview. Bible should guide us in any subject. Biology, geology, architecture, music, whatever. The problem in our nation is that we push just like Bible just in the church. When you go outside, you cannot talk anything. And this is very wide. So we need to carry this out. Recently, I just got a very good example. I've been back to Taiwan, and the last I went to Taitung. That's I didn't prepare silver. That's very, very like more, if you know you're from Taiwan, Taiwan used to be a most poor county, right? That nobody wanted to be there because the location and a lot of young people, they move out. But a couple of years ago, very young Christians, they become the mayor of the Taiwan county. They are very, very devoted Christians. And they started to pray as a mayor how they can change this county. In their office, once a week they have a prayer meeting. And you know that in Taiwan they usually very promote those folk religions. 八爷、七爷, you know the type of, not even Buddhism, it's like pagan religion. They use it as a culture to promote tourism. So this wife started praying, say, God, give us something to replace that. And what happened? They won the competition from the central government, and they used the money to make the hot air balloon festival. I was there in place, but I went there just the day after they finished. I didn't know they have hot air balloons. The Sunday finished, we arrived on Monday, and this whole town is empty, and people were tired because they have, and they asked me, why are you coming this time? They said, they want to rest, why you come? But I said, that became a big thing for the place. And not only the whole county started to change. Now he is a 5-star mayor for the whole Taiwan. So you see, we need to have this type of Christian to go out to change the place. Not just like, oh, I'm a good Christian, I'm doing the church. Right? So we need to build this type of Christian warrior to know how to benefit the common good. And now many, many young people move back to Taiwan, and their financial balance is the best. A lot of county in Taiwan, they just know how to give out the benefit, so they have big deficit. But they bring in a lot of new business in, so the entire Taiwan is totally different. So you see, that's a lot of potential for a young generation. You go out to check. All right, so that's something we need to, especially parents, what we enjoy with our children. You enjoy with, oh, my kid got into MIT, got into Harvard, Yale. Actually, I told him last week, if you say that, I'm going to be worried for your kids, and also going to worry about me. Because you know, all this good school, their values very, very, very human, very, very anti-Christians. And you don't have a firm foundation, you're going to go there to be brainwashed to change, and what you do, what you're going to do in the future, actually going to have trouble with me. So this is very, very important. We need to make sure our children are walking in the God's word, in the word delighted that you. Okay. Number 3. So we need to start from our generation. Number 2, we need to teach them. Then we need to empower them. This is we're going to focus. This Psalm 71 says, so even the old age and gray hairs, O God, do not forsake me until I proclaim your might to another generation, your power to all those to come. Do we have this to proclaim to our next generation? Given power. The Israel that when they out of Egypt, they went in the wilderness, they experienced a lot of miracles. Remember, when they're hungry, how God feed them?
Bread from heaven.
They have bread, just go out to pick up, right? They say, we want meat, all the birds come. We want chicken, all the chicken come to their home. You see? They experience a lot of miracles, but they get passed on. So we need to pass on. So we're going to start a Timothy project. Some of you may already know. You know, Paul asked Timothy is his disciple. You got to remember what I learned, and then you also need to pick someone that you can teach them. This is going to be volunteer based, right? I've been thinking about this for a long time, and also many has come approach me that show they want to disciple other people. I'm also going to especially thankful for Agape group. Right, this Agape group we just started past September. Because we have a lot of college students, they go out, and oftentimes they go out, they lose connection, so that's why when they come back, they feel, oh, we don't belong to any group here, you have your group, right? So we, from September, we said we will still want to have this called agape group, right? That's the name is itself. And Rebecca is group leader. Every Saturday they have group chat. Like every Saturday they connect everybody together and keep this group together. And they show this, say they want to disciple high schooler, younger generation. It's great, I was thinking about this, but I couldn't have enough manpower, mentor, right? So, I have some more detail here. This is going to be for the high schooler and above, okay? For you still young, parents still, we disciple you also, we don't have many mentors yet. This is going to be our first generation trial, okay? So, if you're interested to be discipled for the high schooler, come to me, someone already going to help you. But we're going to do this for the next 6 months. Right? We don't want to drag it forever, right? Don't think about, oh, if I connect with Slogan forever. No. We want to have a concentration for 6 months. We study Matthew. So once a week, you're going to spend time together or by the internet to talk about your life and to share what you have learned from the Bible. Okay, so I think this way we can have a deeper connection. Some they already sign up, so that's how next generation, right? You know, this year's iPhone, 10th year, right? You still remember only 10 years ago, the first iPhone came out. Now what's iPhone number now? Up to? Yeah. Think about it. Each generation's iPhone, do they need to start from scratch? No, right? They build it up. Yes. And that's the same thing. If we empower, add it up, the power will be much, much more powerful. You think about how many years they need to have first generation out. Because they start from scratch for first generation. But then the next generation, couple months or half a year, they get out because they build on the power from the previous generation. So if we start to add on the power from older generation, younger generation, they can prosper, they can be more powerful, much quicker. And that's what we should do. Alright, so yes, Saturday you missed the movie, I'll give you a link, I hope you watch that. If you were here, isn't it a great movie?
Wonderful.
Right? And they also talk about the discipleship, right? Older woman disciple younger woman, older men disciple younger woman. So they won't go through the problem, right? Again, right? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to have a double anointing. When Elijah passed on to Elisha, right? Elisha said, just give me double of your portion of spirit. So this mutually. The younger generation also need to be humble and say, give me your power, and the older generation said, I want to give you. Right? So we want to raise them up. I'm so proud of our winter retreat. These are our co-workers, right? So that I really see a younger generation rise up and what they can do, right? And this just partial speakers, right? Sorry, Thomas, I didn't take yours. I'm so focused on your preaching, so I missed the photo. We don't have a, you know why we do this? Because we don't have a budget. Sorry. But because this, I think our young people rise up, all right? But I have a picture here for you, Thomas, all right? See our praise team, right? But I also tell Thomas, they're also going to pass on the praise team to the next generation. All right? So we need to keep on passing on. And this already happened, even in our congregation here, right? So, Bonhoeffer said, the righteous man is the one who lives for the next generation. We should live for the next generation. Too often the young people just think about your generation. And so you don't want to get married, you don't want to do something, you just want to enjoy yourself. But actually, when you invest to the next generation, that's how God designed it. I'll put it in English. John Adams. Which president? Which very good. We have a lot of history. Second president. And that's what he said. He said, I need to what? Study politics and war. So my son may have, or how about Jordan? Can you read this for me?
From the beginning.
Yeah.
I'm going to study politics and more that my sons may have liberty to study mathematics and philosophy. My sons ought to study mathematics and philosophy, geography, natural history, naval architecture, art, navigation, commerce, and agriculture in order to give their children a right to study painting, poetry, music, architecture, statuary, tapestry, and porcelain.
Thank you.
Wow.
So you see the point here? You see the point here? The first generation, war, politics. So the next generation can study technology, and the next generation can study arts. You see, without the first generation fight, how can you have third generation enjoy music, enjoy this art stuff? So we need to not only fight for next generation, we need to empower them in order for them to be more powerful than us. I'm thankful for my father. He just passed away last year, and he invested a lot in me. And especially when I became a pastor, he was so encouraging. I don't know the parents here. If your children say, I want to become a full-time minister, we say, oh no. Oh, what am I going to do with all my investment? I send you all this, I hope, do we trade for that? I'm so thankful my father, my parents, so proud of me. Especially, I wasn't saying earlier I want to become a pastor. Right? I was a computer science. I'm doing great in the worst area. But my parents, they didn't value the material. They value this. And there was one of the elders in my church. When I grew up, a lot of this elderly, older generation, they invest on us. And I mentioned this many times. This is a Sunday school principal. He's still alive. This also passed away. The other also, yeah, he also passed away last year. But he's over 90 years old already. And that's when I went back for my father's memorial service back to my home church. He especially came. He was over 90. And then after the meeting, he especially called me, oh, where's Lenny? He said, he's so proud as I am the Sunday school, one of his Sunday school students became a pastor. So you see, I'm benefited for all this older generation to support us, to empower me. And I pray we can continue this. Actually, I don't think I'm old, but I start thinking I'm old now. Yes. So, well, I am glad we have future generation rising up. Right. So, let's work together to pass our faith to next generation. How? How to do that? Number one, how? Started from our generation, right? Parents, if you're here, okay, don't think you're just here for children, okay? You're very important, and then educate them, and then empower them, right? Last Sunday, actually, I need to be fair to this. When they did all well, I said, oh, I really want to treat them. So actually, we already given, just happened the Sunday after retreat, right? There's some young people, they want to go out to eat, so I pay for that. All right? But I also said to the Chinese, I said that I also need your support. That if you somehow really want to celebrate and treat young people, and so after the meeting, yeah, some people came to me and said, oh, this is money you can use. All right. We need to also want to invest in our next generation. Right. One year when I went to retreat, summer mission, a brother from our church said, oh, this is money you can use. It's great benefit. When you see young people, they work so hard for the ministry, you just want to give them a treat to encourage them. Not everything you can get from the receipt or get money from the church. You want to just encourage them. I feel like that we need to invest in our next generation in the church. So we have this resource, really they can do much better. So finally, Kennedy Geese fly in formation. Why? Yes, why they need to fly in this formation?
Save energy.
Save energy. How much energy they can save?
70%.
50%.
100%.
Yeah, 70%. When they fly in this formation, they can increase speed by 70%.
Yeah.
So you think about that, if every generation needs to start again, or every one individual needs to fight all this, it takes a lot of effort. But if we together, we work with united heart, with same direction, we're going to increase speed for 70%. And everybody going to benefit. This is the time I can see God's Spirit is pushing us. Really, sometimes I feel like, let me relax more, but I feel like God is stirring up. Many people say, can we do this? And I sense that. So I pray that everybody will rise up. This is not a time for you to fall back. If you've been in this church a long time and you fall back, I really feel very, very sorry for you. Because everybody is moving ahead. And if this time you stop, and you're going to be falling behind, and you're going to miss all this great blessing. Honestly, I'm not a person like to push. I'm really a nice guy, you know that, right? I'm in a way, I'm very timid, nice guy. I don't want to, really, that's not good for a pastor. I don't want to confront people. I don't want to say, hey, this is not good, hey, that's not good, these are good. But I feel that if I keep on doing that, I'm not doing the right job God is calling me. And we together, we need to move forward. So, okay, this is just beginning. It is going to be more. Right? I pray that you see the benefit of that. Right? We cannot be lukewarm. Right? Or we cannot be just like we have a nice building. God give us this, going to give them more, and they're going to be our benefit. So can I have praise come up?